Hey there guys, so last time we saw that our new season of the Slave anime started off with a good peaceful beginning. But there's only a tiny problem that happened when the meeting of all the core commanders was arranged by the Supreme Commander of the Demon Defense Force. In that meeting, she got her sights set on Yuuki, so we'll see what happens next once she gets her hands on him. For now, Ren and other core commanders reach the conclusion that they have to be prepared to face off against those Mado gods. So they arranged a joint training for every squadron. That is the 5th, 6th, and 7th squadrons started off together, while Yuuki focuses on making the environment suitable for the ladies, since they are really putting their all into their training. Especially Tenka and Yuzumo. They were going toe-to-toe with each other, which got them all beaten up. But Keiko from the 6th squadron had healing powers, so everyone got fixed up and headed towards the bath. And really, the atmosphere was burning up here. No wonder the girls tied up Yuzumo, since she would have jumped onto the chance to get all touchy with others. After all, she is a pervert who swings both ways. So she quickly freed herself to hit on her chance. Now after that, training went smoothly, but the 5th squadron had to leave. That is why Yuzumo asked Kyouka to lend her Yuuki for a moment. She got the tip from Run, so she wanted to give a shot too. Kyouka tried to warn her about the reward, and Yuzumo was completely fine doing dirty stuff. She's really a pervert down to the core, but anyways, her powers unlocked a new form for Yuuki. This was a speed type, which could be used for an instant hit and run strategy. They even tried it on some random shookies, and found the results extremely pleasing. But after going a little further away, Yuuki hit his limits and transformed back. So now comes the reward time. Yuzumo's body started to act on its own, but she even added some flair of her own to get things more interesting. So what happens next from here is a forbidden scene, so we'll have to skip that. But Yuzumo was more than satisfied with the reward, which sparked jealousy in Kyouka, and now comes the time to have a joint training session with none other than Ren's squadron. So naturally our 7th squadron arrived at the 10th squadron's base, and for some reason, Ren called Kyouka and Yuuki separately for a meeting in her lovely garden. Ren is not only terrific with her powers, but her reach is all the way up to the top players in politics. But away from there, she passes time to spend her days with dogs, and she sees Yuuki as one as well. So she didn't waste a single second to ask Kyouka to borrow Yuuki. But as soon as she touched the chains, her powers transformed Yuuki into a wild and mindless beast, who has lost all sense and reasoning. The only thing that came across his mind was to run amok. Ren was insanely pleased with it, but this form gave a new sort of power to Yuuki, which gives him one-hit fatality skill. But due to overload, he started going after Run. Meanwhile, Kyouka was worried because this form was weird and violent, so she was making her way to them as fast as she could. But before she arrives, the big fight has already begun. The Berserker Yuuki versus Run. She is the leader of Demon Defense Force for a reason. Her power is insane, so Yuuki tried to pull that one-hit kill skill. But Run stomps him down under her feet, first really badly. Yet this angered Yuuki even more, and he evolved further. It makes Ren even more excited because she could go all out on Yuuki. So she activates 2 of her cosmic powers at the same time. And one hit from that was enough to end Yuuki's rampage. This brought him back to his human form, and Run thought she won. But what she forgot was that whoever borrows Yuuki has to pay the reward. This is going to hit her ego pretty badly, because from a young age she was a prodigy who was showered with praises everywhere she went. So she was used to looking down on everyone. But this reward is making her get down on her feet. She tried to use her powers to overwrite this, but sadly she couldn't. So in general she thought maybe this or that is going to be Yuuki's reward. But who knew the reward is going to make her act like a tame dog herself. It was making her go nuts because Yuuki had to pat her and be playful like a dog. So this much humiliation was hard for her to endure. Thankfully, everything was over before Kyouka arrived, or else her self-respect would hit rock bottom. So she left immediately, but she promised that she will have her revenge by putting a leash on Yuuki anyhow. Anyways, Yuuki had taken a good beating from Run. Yet he knew somewhere how he acted in his berserk state, but instead of getting scared, Yuuki thought of making good use of it and training harder to use that form. But Kyouka was getting irritated that she had to lend Yuuki to so many girls like this. Between that, Yuuki himself dropped down for training, but he was in no condition yet to do that. So this time Kyouka came to the meeting by herself, because Yuuki was in bad shape. Even more, so she just didn't like sharing Yuuki with anyone else. But then comes Tenka. She too comes after Yuuki very strongly, so Kyouka was surprised to hear she won't ask to borrow Yuuki. But Tenka blasts another bomb, saying that she's already closer to him than ever. Well, that aside, our boy in the topic was getting a wonderful massage from Himari right now, after which she was set to have a training session too. She was really getting used to giving out those rewards to Yuuki, but between her daydreaming comes her mother Fubuki. She saw this and instantly sidelined Himari to demonstrate how to give out a perfect massage, which can relax a person. She came to inform Himari that the Azuma banquet is coming. It's a banquet where the ladies in the family fight each other to get the seat of the family head. Naturally, Himari and Fubuki both have to participate. The set time is in 5 days, but Himari refused to even set foot in the family mansion. Hearing that Fubuki didn't let out her anger, she simply checks out Himari, and in a calm manner gave out a chilling warning. This made Himari change her mind, but in a way to prove herself in the family that she is strong too. Now, Azuma family has produced generations of strong ladies working in Demon Defense Force, and the one name that outshines all was Tavra, the previous head of the Demon Defense Force and Himari's grandmother. And this is where our videos comes to an end, but what will happen in the banquet? Find out in the next part of the recap. Till then, stay tuned and press the bell and subscribe icon to stay updated. Till then, take care.